The party is over, and it is sad to see a lot of my friends go, but there are still a few people here. And now that it's clearing out, I want to get to projects. Speaking of projects, Jeff had purchased these tank gauges on Amazon, but we had an issue with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the install, and then I'll get back to you on what we ended up doing with these. They measure the level of the water in the tanks, and there's a screen, so that way we could just read that instead of knocking. Normally I knock or I feel for the cold level, but that's not accurate. Those are gonna be more accurate, and we have to install it at the top of the tank. We thought the lid was the safest spot and also the easiest spot to install. Other than that, we'd have to install it at the top there. And then the problem with that is like the plastic shavings would get in the tank unless we put something to catch them. So this was just easier. We could take the lid off and on, and he installed it there. But in order for this to read without putting the dimensions of the tank in, we had to make sure the tank was all the way empty, which it is. It's down to this valve here, which we consider empty. There's just a little bit of water, but that's just where everything kind of resides if anything falls into the tank. And this is just the rainwater catchment tank. We do have another tank, which is the city water tank. These lids are always annoying to get on. They get a bit warped sometimes. Now I see it's, yeah, there you go. The sun is beating down on them, and they're just a plastic. So yes, once this lid is on, we rarely take it off. The only time I was taking it off was to check the level of the water, but now with this gadget, we won't have to do that. The only thing that we'll ever have to do is just open this little port here, and that's to put the water in if we need to put city water in, which we are going to have to because there's no forecast for rain and the tank is empty. Okay, he got it installed. He's looking at the monitor. Now, we had measured it to be over here, but with these lids, unless you screw them on a specific way, that's the problem with them. They go on different every time. So the monitor is over here, and I think that will be just fine because it says as long as it's about a foot from each wall, and it seems to be that. This is the shortest distance here, and I still think that's a foot from the wall, so it should be fine, and we're gonna see if it works. He's calibrating the system now.
Just
pretty cool, huh? So it tells you the temperature too, and the time, and here's the level of the tank right there. That'll be pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna let him get that set up. So we have this bare wall here, so we were thinking about putting the monitors here. They are Bluetooth, so they do have to be about 100 foot from the tanks. This is for the rainwater. We should probably label these so we know which one is which. These won't cross signal, will they?
I don't know. I mean, I doubt it. I hope not.
Hey, Kellogg. Or we could put the other monitor here in Panda, since the other tank is right here.
You set the size of the tank.
Oh, you mean like the gallons?
No, the distance.
Oh.
From the thing.
Oh, so it didn't even have to be empty? I thought it had to be empty.
No, it seems to be that you just set the size of the tank, and then set the size you want, the low point and the high point within that range.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we got everything installed, and they worked for several days. But what had happened, in my opinion, is that the bottom of the receiver is where the sensor is, and it's not supposed to be underwater or get wet. There lies the problem, is that I think once the tanks had heated up, because we had just put fresh water in them, and once the tanks had heated up, the condensation rose to the top, and then the water covered, or the water droplets covered the sensor, and they just stopped working. I think that's what happened, but anyways, they don't work anymore. All they do is tell us the temperature that's in there, but they won't tell us the level anymore. We reset them with no success, so we ended up replacing them with a manual one. Okay, so this is the manual one that we replaced it with. And this has a little floaty that goes down into the tank. You set it at empty, which we did on the outside. And then I think the green is empty. The bread is empty and the green is full. So this one is manual and works much better. It doesn't tell the temperature like the other one did, but honestly, I'm not worried about the temperature as much as the level of the tank. So for the other tank, Jeff had bought this system here, but we think we're just gonna order another manual because this is what comes with it, and this is what you use in RVs, but it's not waterproof, and it has to go right by the tank. So this won't work, because if it gets wet, then it's not going to work. And the tank is not in shelter. So that will have to be returned. And that's not going to work, unfortunately. We'll just get another manual one, and I think that's going to do us the best out of all gauges, because I could actually see it from here, and it's saying it's a little under half full. As you can see, the old system is still on this one. We haven't replaced this one yet, like I mentioned. And the good thing about those manual ones is they work for the bigger tanks as well. That's why you have to set the empty and the full points, so it knows where it is. But I think it will even work on tanks bigger than this. Okay, well that was that project, and now all we have to do is wait for the other gauge to come in so we can install it on the larger tank, the one that is freshwater, not rainwater. And speaking of rainwater, we use these tanks and we had cleaned these out, so that way we could use it for the rainwater tank, which was no easy feat. Let me go ahead and flash back to then. Now that we're not using these tanks for rainwater catchment, we're gonna use them for water transportation. So we've bleached them, then cleaned them out with soap, and we've gotten them mostly clean, but it is just for the rainwater so that it doesn't have to be perfect. But eventually I want them clean enough so where we can fill the other tank, the city tank as well. We have to go get some water, so we have to finish cleaning out these tanks because there's soapy water at the bottom. I let them soak for several days just to get some of the gunk out. I'm going to empty them out and finish cleaning them and then load them up on a trailer. Alright, we got both tanks secured on. This took us a while because this is our first time using this trailer, and I wasn't sure how to use this one here. It's a bit different than my enclosed trailer, the way this is set up. But we finally figured it. I had to push these all the way down so this could be forward because it was up and it was preventing the ball from going on. But we got it on, everything's secure, and we're ready to go get some water. Yay, water! I think it's supposed to rain in like 4 days, but there's no water in the tanks. But I don't want to wait that long to get water, so that's why we're gonna go get some. We'll probably go get, I'd say 3 loads, just so it's pretty much full. It's a beautiful day to chillax, isn't it, Moo-moo? Yes. What you doing?
Parking in the shade.
Oh, because it's, yeah, hot to work on.
It's hot.
So Michelle and Jason are gonna work on the truck. They have worked on the, what was it that y'all replaced? Just not
starter.
The starter, yeah. But the bearings I had replaced last year, but I guess they were cheap parts and they're starting to go out again because of these bumpy roads. So Michelle and Jason were nice enough to replace those. What's your channel again?
Purple Perception.
Awesome. I am so thankful for their help. I do appreciate it. This truck has been something after something after something, it seems like. But anyways, also Jason, don't forget to check out his channel. What is going on there? What do you feel like you're 12 years old again?
I seen you
sliding
filming.
in?
I know. I'm almost done working over there for the day, but.
Like I was gonna say, don't forget to check out Jason's channel as well at Dreamweaver RV. So these tanks have been working great to fill up the larger tanks when we need to. These obviously, since they were used for rainwater collection in the past, and they're not completely clean, I'm using them for the rainwater system. And this one that was bought brand new and never used for anything but clean water is used to fill the RV tank. Okay. So these are the new parts that just came in. He was just checking to make sure they were the actual Timken and not like a fake knockoff, and they do have this.
She got a good price on them. So.
Yeah, they were $190 for the set, but like I said, this was the cheapest that I found. There were ones that were $230 and $250.
You should model them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird wheel bearing set.
Yeah, they're sealed, and people said that after 30,000 miles on new ones, the bearings go out sometimes because they have bad bearings. So anyway, I was like very skeptical if they were the right parts because they were yellow boxes.
They weren't the Timken boxes,
yeah, but they are because they're hidden inside
the yellow box. I see.
Yes, didn't occur to me.
Well, that was very smart of them.
And it smells like donuts.
Because then I guess they don't want people to know that they're Timken products. Because then someone might want to steal them.
Right, maybe.
No, it's the shipping policy. It has to be double boxed. So
double box, okay.
Chiefly double boxed.
Well, at least they are the Timkens, though.
They are. That's good news.
What is the deal with Timken?
Timken is high quality stuff.
How do you know that?
Because I read it online.
Where'd you read it at?
I think eBay. That's the source of truth. And Facebook.
Yes, everything on eBay is and just Facebook. So honest and truthful.
I thought it was, well, I guess I'm...
But it is good to know that they are actual Timken parts, and that'll be better. I just didn't want to get the cheapest thing out there. That's what I'd done last time, and that's why I'm having this issue now. So, lesson learned.
More than a year, even on these roads.
Right. Yeah, and plus we do live on these bumpy roads, and cheap products just do not last.
I just find it funny that they're self-sealed, so you have to like completely buy the whole. I like the old, you just shove the grease in there and
press in your own bearings, you mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, well, you don't need to push them in.
Right, you do have to, unless you have the machine stuff, then you have to take them to have them pressed. So I like the whole system now. Plus the ABS is on there.
That's right.
The reason that I knew that we had bad bearings is because we just had the front tires replaced. So the guy at the tire shop had mentioned something, and then we went and had a front end alignment because the new tires, and that guy had said that the bearings were bad, and you confirmed that.
Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, see how it wiggles around? That's how you know your bearings are.
Yeah, usually left and right, because it could be the ball joints if it goes like this. But yeah, it's definitely messed up.
Yeah, ball joints are usually top to bottom, and then it's the left to right that's...
Yeah, but I mean, these are brand new. You just put them on last year.
Yeah.
These bearings, so...
We ran into an issue. I thought I had a 36mm deep socket, but I didn't. It was a 32 and it wasn't deep socket, so that is definitely not going to work. Luckily, we have some friends in town, and they're going to pick up the socket for us, so we're going to have to pause until they get back. They're like an hour from here. They're in Flagstaff, which is an hour, so hopefully they can work on some other stuff, and then we'll get back to this.
I'm taking off the caliper bolts, but the article says it's 13mm, and it's more like 10. So.
Oh, okay.
That's not a good sign for accuracy.
The article said that this one was like a 13mm, not a 30 or something like that.
36? Are you sure that's a 36?
No, not absolutely sure.
No, we don't have a book, so we can't tell you for
sure. Oh no, this thing is absolutely a 36.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I told them to pick up. So.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I'm sure they're going to get the right...
Since they're having to remove the brakes and everything, I had purchased these. I have a brake rattle problem, and it's because of these gaskets here. So I bought new ones, and I installed those. There's 3 per brake. The 2 larger one, and then that one there, smaller one. So those are installed now. Look at how swollen these gaskets are. And that's why my brakes were rattling around every time I was on a bumpy road. This one is not as bad, but you can see like the bottom one is almost twice the size.
I'll honestly say your road out there is horrible.
It is horrible out there, so that's unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, you can see that this one is double the size of this one, and this one is larger than the new ones. These fit on much better and tighter, so that'll be better. All Jason has to do is just pack it with grease in there. And these also help keep the grease inside. So the grease is probably just squishing out. So while they're waiting for the socket, they're doing a few things like taking off the front and the rear bolts. And then as soon as the proper tool comes, they're going to take off that center bolt, which holds the hub on.
Does it look like yellow Loctite to you?
Yeah, it does. I have blue stuff.
I have blue. I've never seen yellow.
Yeah, maybe that's not.
Is it old Loctite you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Loctite and it's yellow. I'm guessing it's probably so they know if they've been in there before. So if you take it to the same person, it's a different color. They know.
Right.
And it's probably some sort of commercial duty, and they get it dyed special color.
Oh, could be. Okay, well, my friends made it back with the proper tool. And I believe they've got the...
Proper tool.
Yeah, see, look at that. And then they've got the nut off.
The nut is on.
And look at that weird futuristic clamp
Yeah, the
that's
clampy
on
thing.
there. That's meant to pull off the hub easier.
Yep, the first time I've used it in the 2 years I've had it in the RV's limited storage.
Oh, really?
She got her stuff done, so that's fine. Love those.
Pretty cool.
Wait, why is it coming off funky? Oh, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it.
I'm
You got
wiggling it just
Wiggle,
a little bit.
just a
Do it
little
more.
bit.
More. Screw it some more.
All right, they said you can also use this to pound it off too. Like that.
We're stuck in the wheel hub for some reason. Do we need to brace the wheel hub or what?
Is the wheel hub moving or something?
Well, as you push this out, it's supposed to pull this whole thing off, and it's not.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully we're not.
I see it coming. There it goes. Awesome.
Until it's loose.
It ran out of threads.
Yep. That's as good. That's as good as that tool it
To
gets.
pull it apart and make it short threads now.
Yep. Got it? All right, just yank it.
I don't have that kind of strength.
Oh,
That's why
I
you're
see it.
here.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the strength.
I'm a computer programmer. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you have a little more strength than I do, I'm sure.
Oh, this is getting caught. All right, so this is what it looks like without the hub on it.
Amazing.
Yeah, and now we just have to put this new hub on there.
Is there indentation anywhere on here?
No, you just have to get rid of that. Like most of the videos that I watched, they take the ball joint off to make it easier. But we're skipping a step, so you know.
We're saving some time. We're turning a 6-hour job into a 1 hour and a half.
Yeah, we'll see.
Provided you
because
get all the parts.
Still have to do the other side. Yeah, but here's our rotor, the old hub, the bad bearing, new bearing, assembly. With
Hand me that
ABS
rotor.
sensor. Huh?
Nice.
I need that.
There you go. You need the rotor? All right. They recommended putting the rotor, bolting it on before we...
Yeah, that'd be wise.
Yes. So let's do that. But we're not going to damage the new sensor and wires.
No, we're not.
Because, you know, obvious reasons.
Well, I'll do that to do that.
I see that goes on a specific way, so you can actually flip
Oh, look
it.
at that. They have little set-in points.
Look at that. I still hate
Fancy.
Chevys, but, you know.
Oh, that was nice. I got it.
Yeah, it's those.
No, it's these.
Those, okay.
We got Loctite,
I do.
and then we have torque specs.
I
Loctite
don't, but
torque
I will get
specs.
them. I will
Okay.
get the torque specs.
All right. We'll be right back after this message. They almost have it done. They just have to put the brakes back on and the tires.
We did a super good job, and it's not going to fall apart.
Yay!
Nope.
That's always very important.
All right, so Michelle has a fancy digital torque
Oh,
meter. Because my torque wrench won't do 192 foot-pounds. Because that's insane.
We got 191.
That's fine.
There's no way that thing is. Are you sure it's 191? Holy cow.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh, look, it just cleared out on me again. Was that it? What did it say?
It's upside down and it's going really fast. You're asking
One. There it is. Okay, we hit it.
Okay.
I hit it a little bit.
Isn't it supposed to not clear out? I don't know.
Huh. Oh, yeah, it's 191. See at the top?
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah,
So yeah, I haven't used it that much, but there we go.
seems like it's good. It's probably at least 191.
That's nice, right?
Woo! All right.
Well,
We
that's,
still have to do the hub to knuckle bolts.
yeah, but Yours, I had to
Oh, we
try
did it with mine, yeah. All right.
Well, it's the next day and they were able to get things finished. It just got too dark to show you the rest. So let me show you. Right, Momo? Right. So they took the truck for a test drive. Oh, dragonfly, cool. But they took the truck for a test drive and everything is working properly. They've got the tire obviously back on. They haven't done the other side, but it's the same exact process as they went through. And now that they have the proper tool to take off the hub, then this should go a lot smoother. Michelle had to go to town, so that's why they haven't got to it today, but they said they're gonna work on it later today. But it is working and everything is good. I will give you an update on the truck once they finish everything, but we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. I just want to say that time is fleeting and the season is almost over with, so I'm gonna have to start getting stuff packed up. I do have several more projects and I'll definitely show y'all those once I get to them, but I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. If you want to check out more videos, they'll be right over here, or if you want to check out Patreon or subscribe, it'll be right over here. Thanks again, y'all. We'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye for now.